So, welcome to Sudoku. So this little video is to show you how to do Sudoku. If you've never done it before, this is a little way of teaching you. And you will notice that there's this purple box over here, and I want you just to ignore that. That's just part of the web page that I'm using for this particular device. And you'll notice that there are rows that go horizontally, as well as columns that go vertically. And you will also notice that there are also boxes within the main box. The first thing to notice is that each column has 9 boxes, and each row also has 9 boxes, and each square also has 9 boxes. And the game is to find and insert correctly a number between 1 and 9 in each column, and in each row, and in each box, but without any repeats. So the idea then, if there is an 8 in this column, which there is right here, then you do not need an 8 in any other box in this column. Likewise, you don't need an 8 in any other box in this row either. So the point then is to find what it is that you need and to insert it, and as you insert the numbers, more and more will be revealed. I typically start with numbers, so I'm going to start with the number 5. And so you'll notice that there's a 5 down in the right hand corner, so this box no longer needs any 5s. There's a 5 in this box, so this box doesn't need any 5s. And there's a 5 in this box. So, very good. There's also a 5 in this box, but there's no 5 in this box. If we look here, this 5 automatically cancels out any 5 being in that row. This 5 in this box also cancels out any need for 5s in this row. So then we know that there should be a 5 in either this box or this box. If we look in the other direction, we can see going down in here that there is a 5 in this column. So there cannot be a 5 in this space. Therefore, the only logical place to put a 5 is right here. See how that worked? Now we have a 5 here, and we have a 5 down here. So with these two 5s, can we figure out where the 5 would be in this box? Well, it can't be in this row, can't be in this column, or this column, so it must be here. And I've just inserted so the blue 5s are the 5s I'm inserting, if you weren't sure. So now we have a 5 here and a 5 here. Can we figure out in the middle where the 5 might go? Well, we also have a 5 here and a 5 here. So can you tell where the 5 would go? Well, it can't be in this column or this column. It can't be in this row or this row. So the only place is right smack in the center, 5. And as we look at the game as a whole, we now have a 5 in each of the bigger boxes. And so there's no more 5s to add to this game. Great. So let's move on to 6s. You'll notice that there's a 6 here, and you'll notice that there is a 6 here. So in this box down here, can you tell me where the 6 might go? This column is already taken up with this 6. This column is taken up with this 6. So it has to be in this column, one of these two boxes. And because there is a 6 here, this box is not available. So the 6 must belong here. So now we have a 6, 6. Can we tell where the 6 would go in this box? Well, this column makes these boxes, if you will, used up. This 6 here makes this row used up. So the 6 must belong in one of these two boxes. Can we tell which one from looking above? No, we can't. So when you don't know for sure, do not put in an answer. You can try, but if you do so, what you will find out is that 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to be incorrect. So if you get stuck on a number and you can't fill it in, don't worry about it. Go on to a different number. So let's go to 7s. There's a 7 here in this box, and a 7 here in this box of 9. So therefore, we know that the 7 has to be in this column over here when it comes to this box. And because of the 7 here, the only logical place to place this 7 is in that place now. And now that we have the 7 here and the 7 here, do you think that you can figure out where the 7 belongs in one of these 9 boxes? Which one? Well, it'll be one of the top 2. But now we look down in columns and we see, there's a 7 here, so that means the 7 must belong here. And since we have a 7 here and a 7 here, can you figure out which of these boxes in this particular larger box must have the 7? If you guessed this box, you're right. And now we have the 7s up in the top boxes. We don't have a 7 in this box, and we don't have one down here either. But we can't figure out where they are. So we'll move on to a different number. So in terms of working with a different number, let's move on to 8s. There's an 8 here, and there is an 8 up here. So in this box here, can you figure out where the 8 might be? If you guessed here, you're right. So that is where it belongs. We now know that there can't be any 8 in this area. So the 8 must belong over here. Now this is a slightly different logic, and you'll notice that there are multiple kinds of logic to find and deduce where other 8s might go. So if we know that an 8 can't go in these 3 boxes because of this particular 8, it means we know the 8 must be over here, right? And so in that case, if we go, but we can't tell which one, so we cannot fill it in. But we know in our heads that it's there, right? So if we go down to this box, if there is an 8 here, 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 it means there can't be an 8 here or here. And this 8 up here also knocks out these 2 as being a possibility, which means there is only one possibility left, and that is right here. Now this particular column only has one space left. If there's only one space left, you should be able to figure out which number belongs there. Can you figure it out? Yep, it's a 1. So let's go on to a different kind of logic. In this column here, in this row, this is a row across here, there are 2 spaces left. What 2 numbers are still available? Well, it's not a 1, 2, 3, it's probably a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a 4 and a 9. So we know that a 4 and a 9 go into these 2 boxes. But can you tell me which one, where does the 4 belong? Does the 4 belong here or here? Well, if there's this 4 down here, obviously the 4 cannot be here. So the 4 must belong here. And now we only have one number left in this row, and that would be 9. So now we have a row and a column completed. And so now you keep simply inserting numbers where you can find them fitting logically through deductive reasoning. So I'm going to continue the game before you. And that's it. This puzzle is completed. And so you'll notice that in this particular sheet that there is only one number from 1 to 9 in each column and in each row, as well as each box of 9. Anyway, I hope this has been helpful to you in terms of doing your first Sudoku puzzle. Happy learning, and notice how your experience of this is as you try a few different Sudoku puzzles. Thanks. Bye for now.